Hey Virgo, it's Anna with Virgo. Okay, someone's silence is about to explode and you need to be ready. Hit subscribe because what's coming in March will test everything you thought you knew. Listen, that person you haven't heard from, the one where the silence has stretched so long it started feeling permanent, they're cracking right now. Today, this week, they're losing the battle with themselves. Every morning they wake up trying to be strong, trying to move on, trying to convince themselves they made the right choice by staying away or respecting your boundary or whatever story they've been telling themselves to justify the distance. But March breaks people open. Something about this month strips away the pretending. Maybe it's the shift from winter to spring. Maybe it's just that enough time has passed that the wound isn't fresh anymore, but the missing hasn't faded. Maybe it's that they finally hit bottom with trying to live without you and realized bottom is unacceptable, unbearable, unsustainable. Here's what's building. I miss you is going to come first. Not the polite kind, the desperate kind, the kind that's been choking them for weeks or months. Then I love you, which they might have said before but never meant like they mean it now. Never understood like they understand it now, after losing you, taught them what having you actually meant. And then the scary part, the vulnerable part, the part that might make you furious or might break your heart or both. Take me back. And you need to decide something right now before that message lands. Not what you'll say, but what you need to see. What would actually make you consider it? Because I'm sorry isn't enough. I've changed isn't enough. Words are cheap. What evidence would prove this isn't just them being lonely, being nostalgic, being scared of starting over with someone new? That's the question sitting in front of you. Let's talk about what I miss you really means when it comes after silence. Sometimes it means I'm uncomfortable. Their routine got disrupted. You were part of their daily life and now you're not. And humans hate disruption, hate change, hate the empty space where something familiar used to be. So they miss you the way they'd miss their favorite coffee shop if it closed. Annoying. Inconvenient, but ultimately they'd find another coffee shop and move on. That's not the kind of missing that justifies reunion. But other times, I miss you means something broke inside them when you left, something they didn't know could break. They tried filling the space with other people, other distractions, other routines, and nothing fit, nothing worked. Because you weren't just occupying space in their life, you were creating something they can't recreate with anyone else. That's the missing that might be worth paying attention to. Uh, and here's how you'll know the difference. Check their history. Did they fight for you before the silence? Did they try to fix things? Or did they just let it fall apart? Because people who didn't fight for you when you were there, who let you walk away without real effort to make you stay, those people don't suddenly develop fight when you're gone. They develop regret, sure. They develop missing. But regret isn't the same as readiness to actually do better. So when I miss you lands in March, ask yourself, did they ever show me they were capable of fighting for this, or did they always take the easy way out? This reflection invites you to consider what's the evidence they can actually be different this time. Now, the I love you part, this is where it gets messy. Because love isn't the question, is it? You probably know they love you. They probably loved you before. Love didn't stop the relationship from failing. Love didn't prevent whatever happened that created the no contact. Love alone has never been enough to sustain anything worth having. So when they say I love you after silence, after separation, after whatever went down between you, what they're really saying is I finally understand what I was too blind or too broken or too scared to understand before. Maybe, or maybe they're saying I'm lonely and you're the person I always come back to when I'm lonely. You need to figure out which one it is. Here's the test. Do they love you enough to let you say no? Do they love you enough to respect whatever boundary you set, even if that boundary is we're done forever? Do they love you enough to hear I need time and actually give you time without pressuring, without manipulating, without making their discomfort your emergency? Because real love, mature love, the kind that could actually build something sustainable, that love understands it doesn't get to demand anything. It can ask, it can hope, but it doesn't get to pressure you into reunion just because they finally figured out what you were worth. And if their version of I love you comes with guilt trips, with, but I've changed, with, you owe me a chance, with anything that makes you feel obligated rather than genuinely desired, then their love is still the same selfish love it was before, just wrapped in prettier words. This reflection invites you to consider, is their love actually about you, or is it about them needing you to make them feel whole? Take me back is the scariest part because it demands an answer, and whatever answer you give changes everything. Say yes too quickly, and you might be walking back into the same dysfunction with new packaging. Say no too quickly, and you might be closing a door on something that actually could have been different, could have been healed. It could have been the relationship you always wanted if you'd both just had the space to grow into people capable of creating it. So here's what you do when those words arrive. You slow down. You don't owe them immediate response. You don't owe them reunion just because they're finally ready. You don't owe them anything except honesty. And sometimes honesty is, I need time to figure out what I actually want here, not just what I wish I wanted. Because here's the thing about no contact ending, the relationship you had before is dead. It has to be. You can't resurrect what didn't work and expect it to suddenly work just because time passed. What they're really asking for isn't take me back, it's build something new with me. And that's a different question entirely. New beginning means new agreements, new boundaries, new understanding of what caused the old version to collapse, new commitment to not repeating those patterns. And before you say yes to any of that, you need to know what specifically have they done during the silence? Have they been in therapy? Have they addressed whatever wound or pattern or limitation was poisoning things before? Or have they just been sitting around missing you without doing any actual work on themselves? This reflection invites you to consider, what would they need to demonstrate before you'd even consider trying again? March is the month. The message is coming. Maybe it's already sitting in drafts on their phone. Maybe they're rehearsing it right now. Maybe they'll send it impulsively at 2 a.m. when the missing gets so heavy they can't breathe. However it comes, whenever it lands, you'll feel it in your body before you read it. You'll know. And here's what I need you to remember when that moment hits. Your healing matters more than their regret. Your peace matters more than their discomfort with consequences they created. Your future matters more than their nostalgia for a past that hurt you. If reunion serves you, if their growth is real, If new beginning is actually possible, you'll know. Your gut will tell you. Your body will relax instead of tensing. Hope will feel exciting instead of exhausting. But if reunion is just them wanting to feel better about themselves, if it's ego or loneliness or fear of being alone is less than has hone, zero hash is greater than. You'll know that too. You'll feel the pressure, the obligation, the subtle wrongness of it. Trust that knowing. Trust yourself more than you trust their timing. Trust your truth more than you trust their transformation claims. The silence is ending. The confession is coming. March delivers the message. Your response writes the next chapter. And whatever you choose, choose for you, not for who they might become, not for who they promise to be, for who they've actually demonstrated they are through actions, through consistency, through evidence you can see and touch and trust. No contact taught you something. Don't unlearn the lesson just because they're finally saying what you wanted to hear months ago. Make sure they're not just saying it, make sure they've become the person capable of meaning it, capable of living it, capable of building the relationship those words describe. I miss you. I love you. Take me back. Powerful words. But words without evidence are just noise. Make them show you the change before you believe in the new beginning. Make them prove it's real before you risk your heart on maybe. You deserve more than pretty words after silence. You deserve transformation you can see. You deserve reunion that actually serves you. Don't settle for less just because you're tired of being apart.